And welcome back everyone to another battle video. So with Ancient Origins coming up very soon in less than a week, I think 6 days, we're going to be seeing a lot of new decks, and I know I'm going to want to play with a lot of new decks and feature a lot of new decks. So I thought for the next few days, we get a few battle videos in, just showing some decks that I'm probably not going to be playing for a while. And this one, Kyogre Suicune, is one that I really never had a chance to play with. It wasn't ever consistently good enough to be something that you wanted to, play test against Kyogre to make sure you knew the matchups, and for that reason was pretty much why we never played it. I was actually very impressed by it showing, I believe it was around States time, but it was still something that I guess I was just too busy around the time and never really picked up. So it was only recently that I started tinkering around with it, and I don't know, it's a really fun deck. It's all water-based, so it utilizes that rough seas to be able to heal itself. Really the only time it really hurts you is obviously if you're playing in some sort of mirror match or against a Wailord, I guess. Or if you're facing a Manectric decks. And Manectric decks are, they're consistent, they're fast, and they can heal themselves too. They are a little harder to beat. So neither one of us are doing much. I see that Eevee on the bench with the grass energy, so I'm immediately thinking Leafeon, and Leafeon is not good for my deck. I am weak to grass, and yeah, my entire deck is weak to grass. So, and Leafeon is not an EX, so even though it's not going to be difficult to knock out, it's not going to net me nearly the same amount as his knockouts. Or I should just say her knockouts. Her avatar is a girl as well. But yeah, she's going to be one-shotting me. I may be one-shotting her back, but the prize count is definitely in her favor. So this is going to be, it should be a tough match. And that Suicune up there is just kind of a sitting duck. But unfortunately, I only had the 2 energy attached, so it was not able to get the knockout. Now I'm not really going to be able to save it, but that's okay. I really don't want to Juniper all those water energy away, but I really wish I could play something else. Yeah, we're just going to have to end here, hope for a nice fresh new hand, and I would really like to see a Primal Kyogre on that. Trying to decide whether or not I really want to go in right now, or if I want to just kind of hang back. Yeah, I decided just to hang back and pass. The reason why I did not rush in is there's no reason to worry about this Suicune. Now, unfortunately, that really hurt. Who guesses that? 2 startling megaphones in a row? That's the only card you've played. And a hammer. Now, luckily, that hammer hit tails, but taking away that Spirit Link and that Float Stone, oh man, just that was not expected. Now I see on the bench he's building up a Dragonite, wipes out that Suicune right there, and I went from being in a very good position to not a very good position. So I don't have a Float Stone or guaranteed access to a Float Stone, so I didn't want to bring up that Keldeo. So I really need to hit the Spirit Link Primal. Unfortunately, I did not. Juniper the hand, and it did not do it. I do have the escape rope, though, or I can rush in. I'm thinking I definitely, though, need to Ultra Ball, probably a Professor's Letter for some energy, and maybe Ultra Ball the energy away since I have the retrieval, and get that Primal Kyogre out. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just rush in, and I decided to go ballsy. I decided to go for the Shaman instead of just outright going for the Primal Kyogre, but it ends up netting me the same. And I'm not expecting this deck to play a lot of special energy since it seems to be Dragonite. There's no Flareon thrown in with Leafeon that would really want the DCE. So I'm not too worried about that enhanced hammer. And we'll just end my turn by Mega Evolving, or evolving to the Primal Kyogre. And we'll see what he does. Now, that escape rope might have kind of hurt him a little bit too. Bringing that Dragonite up, he's got, it looks like a 3 retreat cost, and he's only got 2 energy attached to him anyways, and of course, he don't know if he wants to give up those 2 energy anyways. This is deafened though, so no trainers. And yeah, so I really should have paid more attention to that and played my VS Seeker last turn. But at the same time, I'm not worried. We're just going to attach the energy to the Primal Kyogre and then just Juniper it away, and there's absolutely nothing left in the hand that we can play. I don't know why I didn't just attach it to the Keldeo anyways, because I won't be able to attach a Floatstone, like he just did. Now, I actually would love for him to retreat right now, and because I completely forgot, when I saw the Dratini, I really thought this was some variant of the Healing Dragonite, where you essentially, evolve, heal, and then scoop it up and do it all over again, and that the Leafeon was just a Seismitoad tech. I was not expecting this to be the Leafeon Dragonite. I haven't really seen a Leafeon Dragonite since regionals of not this past season, but the season before that. So, yeah, and he is loading up the energy on that Dragonite. And I really don't think I have, yeah, we're going to go ahead and heal, and, my mind is... yeah, I don't know if there was really any point to ending. The only thing I can do right now is, I guess I might have been able to end and hopefully hit another Primal Kyogre, and just end my turn that way. At the same time, though, I think holding on to it was the better move, because if he is able to knock this out on the next turn, somehow, I've got a lot of energy built up on that now. I'm pretty sure that Leafeon could just run in and take out a quick knockout. Ending him down to 3 would be... that might hurt him while I'm drawing up to 6. We see him Steven, though. That's very odd. He's Stevening for an N. And doesn't take the kill on Keldeo. He's got a lot of extra energy thrown on there. I really thought he would have just retreated back and taken the knockout. And I'm not quite sure why I'm doing that. Like, I understand, I don't know why I attached to the bench, and not just attached to the Keldeo and retreated and maybe saved it for a little bit and taken the knockout with Primal Kyogre. I really don't know why I did that. That was not the smartest of moves. And I forget what Moon Guidance does, but I don't think... It was something that required a flip, and it does not look like it worked. I'm not seeing a lot happening. Now, I do see a double dragon energy, so now I'm probably regretting a little bit throwing away that enhanced hammer. I'm also seeing a Manectric, so now I really have no idea what kind of a deck I'm looking at. And he still doesn't take the knockout. So I think that I kept thinking that this Keldeo was just going to keep getting knocked out, and that's why I wasn't really attaching the energy to it, because I was just like, well, I'll just build up my Kyogres. But, at this point, he's just really not knocking it out. So we're just going to take the knockout on this Dragonite, get rid of this Deafen, hopefully, unless he has another Dragonite there on the bench. And we're just going to add to the bench Kyogre. Now, if he doesn't Deafen me this time, I can computer search for the other Floatstone, and we can start rushing, retreating, and just get swarms of Kyogres going back and forth, trading off the energy to each other. If it wasn't for this Leafeon right here. So this Leafeon's going to have a lot of fun just wrecking this Kyogre. Yeah, I don't even know how many energy I have attached to me. Leafeon really loves to eat Primal Kyogre decks. But unfortunately for him, he's just now getting a Leafeon or an Eevee onto the bench, so hopefully, I think he really should have focused on getting another Leafeon built up before this. And then again, I don't know the cards in his deck. Another flip on Moon Guidance. Again, I didn't catch what it even did. Okay, hey, search attack for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon. Okay, so that allowed him to search for the Dragonite. I mean, it's not a bad ability, I guess, but I really can't see the reason to dedicate deck space to it just to search out Pokemon. I mean, I feel like the space would be better used to a trainer that could search out a variety of other things instead, that you could play just to kill. And I mean, yeah, just odd. I don't often see Clefables being played. Now we do see a Professor's Letter and gets a couple energy out, and then yeah, he wrecks that Kyogre. But that's okay. Like I said, he does not have another Leafeon built up and ready right now, so I'm just going to throw out another Primal Kyogre. We'll go ahead and Rough Seas, and we're just going to keep healing that Keldeo on the bench. And we'll Energy Retrieval. We've got plenty of energy in the discard. And we just need to attach them, I believe, to... Okay, so we dive balled, and unfortunately there are no more Primal Kyogres. So I've either thrown one out, or one's prized. Not quite sure, and I'm trying to decide if I need a computer search here for the Floatstone, and go ahead and attach it before I start getting deafened again. Yeah, I can't really decide what to computer search for. And oddly enough, I don't know why I didn't play the end. I still have 5 cards in hand. It wouldn't have hurt me, and it would have definitely reduced his hand size by quite a bit. Sorry, there's a glare on my screen, so I had to kind of tilt just to see the number of cards he had in his hand. So I really don't know why I did not play the end right there. I can't be that confident in... I think I just kind of gave up on this game, honestly, because as soon as I saw the Leafeon, I mean, there is no reason why a... sorry for all the noise in the background, by the way. I've got the kitten is trying to climb all over me. So now I'm even more confused. Yeah, I think I pretty much gave up on this game because I saw the Leafeon, and, you know, Leafeon's going to wreck me. I saw the Eevee on the bench, and I'm thinking, oh no, here comes another Leafeon, and in the meantime, he's deafening me, so he actually is kind of slowing me down some. And then I see a Jolteon, so, this kind of went from a very one-sided game to a, well, I think I took out your main threat, and, I don't know if you have anything. I mean, yeah, you can deafen, but all I need is 1 energy right now to take the knockout. Now I do still need the 1 energy, and I don't have it. Yeah, well, we can go ahead and Rough Seas and heal some off, so it's going to at least take him a while to take the knockout. I mean, I don't really want to Juniper away the Lysander computer search. I mean, he's not going to have me deafened forever. So, wow. So I end a 4 really hoping that I was going to be able to hit that, just 1 energy to be able to take the knockout, and I miss it. Wow, and I can't attach the Floatstone, you know, for Deafen. Okay, there it was. It was, so 1 card off, but that's okay. And we still have Rough Seas that we can heal the 30 off of, off both of the Pokemon. And, yeah, there's really not anything else to... Yeah, because I don't want to Lysander up anything on the bench. This Dragonite Deafen is more of a pain than anything else I need to worry about right now. Maybe if it was still an Eevee on the bench, I would have Lysandered up the Eevee, but right now that Dragonite's doing the most damage, so we need to take care of that. And now we're tied up on prizes. And I'm not even sure, I'm trying to remember what Jolteon even does. The Electrovolt or something, I think when you discard, it does more damage. Now I'm wondering if he has the Mega Manectric in here. That, huh. So, wasn't a whatever his attack is, it wasn't able to hit me for very much. Sorry, I had to pause for a minute to grab the kitten, and I'm not quite sure what happened. So, Primal Kyogre's on the bench now. The regular Kyogre is active and just knocked out a Jolteon. So, no big deal. Now we see his Mega Manectric being promoted. Or, I'm sorry, he doesn't have the Mega Manectric. We just see the Manectric being promoted. And we see another Dratini on the bench. Now, he's hitting me for 120 because I do have the tool attached, so Assault Laser does do twice as much, but he's still not able to one-shot me. Now, I don't think I can one-shot him. I'm capping out right now at 150. This deck does not run Muscle Bands or anything to be able to do the 20 more, nor does it run lasers, but I'm easily able to two-shot it, and yeah, I mean, I think just I probably just need to go through a few cards. I should have computer searched for a few things to be able to easily draw into a Lysander in case he end me, but it doesn't look like he's really drawing much into anything right now. He is able to heal himself as well with Rough Seas, but it doesn't look like he's. I mean, that's just not enough to take it out. So he is able to get the knockout on this Kyogre. But thanks to that lovely Suicune at the very beginning that just kind of walled off and was just enough to make the difference in the prize count. And like I said, I realized, like I've said throughout this entire game, I've seen a lot of points where I definitely misplayed, or things where I could have played better or played more cards. And I didn't. Like I said, I really just kind of wrote this game off and forgot I think I was even recording. And yeah, we're lucky we didn't see more Leafeons in that, for sure. But like I said, Kyogre's just a really fun deck, and I'm really enjoying just playing around with it. Not sure if I have any more videos of this to show. I think I've got one more Durant video to show, and then hopefully the next battle videos will be related to Ancient Origins cards. So looking forward to really updating some decks with some new stuff.